Hello and welcome to episode 132 of It Was a Movie. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
And we watched Battle Royale from 2000. It's right up there on Metacritic's all-time movie list in position 1746. Its running time is 113 minutes, directed by Kinji Fukasaku and set in Japan. It's a Japanese movie, obviously. A bunch of people play a bunch of different roles.
That sounds like a movie to me.
Yeah, it was a movie. I think the budget was about 4.5 million, and rumor has it that it took in around 25 or so US dollars million. So I think that's why they did the green light for the Requiem sequel, which poor old Fukasaku died a couple of weeks into production, prostate cancer.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I don't really want to watch the sequel. I don't know if you ever have watched it.
I have not. I've read the reviews of it, and they don't sound great. I think this was a magical moment, like a fantastically executed and lucky timing type movie. It just all comes together lovely. I suspect the director isn't as good as this movie is, if that makes any sense. It just all comes together perfectly in this one.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that the kids in the second movie hunt down an international terrorist or something, so the kind of tables have turned or something.
Daft.
Yeah, and I think Shuya is in it, the winner with Noriko of this movie. Yeah. You have this on DVD. This is the first episode in 132 episodes you actually owned a DVD of a movie.
I know, that's pretty messed up. I watched this a few times before. I'd have to admit, it's actually not my DVD. It's my wife's DVD. She's a massive fan of this movie too.
Get her in then.
Yeah, she'd more to say about this than I
do.
Bye. See ya. But yeah, it was nice just to reach over and stick in the DVD as opposed to trying to find it somewhere and maybe pay for it or whatever. I don't want to do that.
No. Well, that's good. I don't own any DVDs, so I always have to look for everything online. Obviously, you like it. I don't know when's the last time you watched it.
It's probably like 7 or 6 years ago. Like probably pre-kids, but probably when the kids were tiny. So it's been a while. It's not the sort of movie you want the kids to walk in on while you're watching.
No, that's for sure. It's weird that it came out in the year 2000 and it's been banned in a lot of countries. It's like there's been a lot worse than that.
I don't see how this should be banned. Is it because of the potential political? That's not even political.
It's violence against kids.
Well,
kid on kid violence
by kids.
Yeah. But still, maybe it's not something that was done. But the year 2000 seems to be a bit late in the matter of banning movies.
It is 25 years ago, though. So, but yeah, I would have thought 1970s, 1980s is when the bannings kind of stopped for the most part.
Yeah.
It's not Monty Python's The Life of Brian.
No, you obviously. Do you remember where we've seen Kitano before?
We've seen him in one of our movies we reviewed. I have not looked at Mr. Kitano.
I knew his face was familiar.
No, God damn it. Where have we seen him?
We reviewed Zatoichi the Blind Swordsman. He was the Zatoichi the Blind Swordsman.
Now that you mention it, yes, absolutely.
Maybe because he was looking down all the time in Zatoichi, because that's what blind people do. He's constantly looking down during the movie. Maybe if you looked up, you would have recognized his face.
He's one of my favorite characters of this movie, even though he's a complete asshole.
Yeah.
It's something very sad and, you feel for him a little bit, even though he's kind of a monster.
It's a bit light, obviously. Yeah, his daughter calls him up and calls him an idiot or whatever, and your breath stinks over the phone or whatever.
Yeah,
and that's
not great.
Well, that and the reason that he got stabbed in the buttocks by Nobu at the start of the movie. That's why he applied to be a kiddie death
Murderer.
dealer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
He does strike a very sort of pathetic figure, and because of the horrible stuff that's happened to him. I'm not saying you feel from in this, but you can see why he's so angry, I guess.
I think, yeah, the one criticism I would have of this movie is it's a little light on the reasoning behind things that are happening. So that's one thing. The teacher thing is one thing. Okay, right. He has a family issue. His daughter hates his guts, and he got stabbed in the buttocks.
Hey, somebody stabs me in the buttocks, I'd be annoyed too, man.
I'm going to kill all of them in a death island.
Yeah.
But
even
I
the kids
think,
I like are going to Dead Island.
yeah. But I think then throughout the movie, like I like the movie a lot. It's a great movie, but I just got sort of a little bit irritated with, do you like me? Do you love me? Do you fancy what's his name? Do you fancy what's her name? I like you. Do you like me? What's this? Love, like. I know this
Yeah,
is what teenagers do, but
it is.
and there's only a couple
I
of
know it's been
characters.
so long since you've been a teenager.
Yes, but there's a couple of characters. Okay, fine, right. Background noise, love, teenage love, blah blah blah. I fancy you. I was wondering if they're getting those paper things out, going, "Ooh, do you fancy me?" And then lift up the flap and go, no. But like, there's a couple of characters that have a little bit more meat to the bones. Like
Oh, yeah.
Mitsuko was abused as a child.
Clearly.
Shuya had his parents that mum ran away and dad hung himself. That's it, right?
Yeah, I'm going to absolutely flub the girl's name, but Noriko, she seemed to be the only one that had a decent life. I think she says she was sheltered.
Okay, I don't even know. Yeah.
So she's the only one that isn't messed up, which is why she doesn't try to kill anybody.
There's quite a lot of pacifists though in the movie. Like, there's a bunch
50%, yeah.
there's a bunch of characters that were in the basketball team, and I find it really hard to track the names of people. I know that Hiroki was this quiet dude who just basically wanted to meet up with his fellow basketball dudes. I think he was trying to meet up with. There was a character, can't remember his name, but he was the Mimura was the bomb maker. Yes. He was with his gang there, and I think that's where Hiroki is trying to go. But it gets a little confusing when you haven't watched it in decades.
I think Hiroki then meets up with them and then goes off to meet some girl he fancies, which doesn't go well.
No, she's like totally not bang bang, fuck you.
You've never
but I liked you.
Before. Oh, but I liked you. Before? Oh, well, you're dead.
Yeah.
That doesn't last.
Mitsuko comes along. So I think there's a couple of characters that are really that drive the story along. Obviously, our two protagonists, Shuya and Noriko, meet up with Kawada, who's a sort of blow-in trade student, and then we have
he's the cool. There's two cool transfer students.
Mitsuko is the other. No, sorry, Kiriyamu is the other transfer student, and so
he's black, so you know he's evil. Whereas the guy wearing a white shirt, he's the good guy.
It's very, very plain and plainly delivered.
It works.
Kiriyamu has basically never-ending bullets. He just sprays bullets constantly.
I know. You do get to see him change the clip at least once. But before he changes the clip, he's fired off like 70 shots. Yeah, and there's not a lot of the people who actually manage to get weapons, projectile weapons. They don't aim that much.
No. And then I obviously not as much as Zatoichi, but there's a little bit of digital blood in this as well, which sort of spurts out, but not as much as Zatoichi, because that's
I didn't find it terrible. Zatoichi's a bit silly.
Yeah. But I think Zatoichi came after this one, maybe 3 years later. But it wasn't as crazy, but it was noticeable that they did it. If it's going to be banned in many countries, then give me more blood. Because when they get shot by guns and everything, there's just like bright red dots on their shirts. And it's like, come on, give me more.
It's more realistic, but it's not as interesting.
Right. Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room as well. Not elephant, but the actor in the room, Chigusa, who's played by Chiaki Kuriyama, who we know her face from Go-Go from Kill Bill. And as we just mentioned before we came on air, that we really think that she should have played Mitsuko.
There's a
because we know
moment in
her.
this movie where the creepy guy who's been creeping on her comes up behind her and he's basically pointing a crossbow at her, and he accidentally shoots her in the face, cuts her. Her eyes widen, and that's when I went, "Yes, that is the girl from Kill Bill," because it's an intense psychotic look, and I love it.
She's got the sort of half eye look when she gets mean, like Go-Go in Kill Bill.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's really scary, and I love how she, you know, changes it on a dime. Her personality goes from an innocent young girl to an absolute psychopath.
I actually thought at the start of the movie it was a sort of a flash forward. I thought the winner of last
I
year's
thought that was
one
her.
was
Yeah,
her. Yeah, she looked exactly like her. And then so I was waiting for it in the entire movie. Oh, here she is. She's going to stay on and blah blah blah. No, she
no,
dies. She doesn't have a lot of backstory either. We don't really get to know her. She has this sort of she's riding her bicycle with one of the boys. I can't
she's
even
running in
remember.
front of a boy on a bicycle.
Was it Hiroki? Can't remember.
That's
Was
it's
it the
some guy
quiet
she
dude? Yeah.
fancies, I think.
I thought it was Hiroki because he just comes along because he's wandering around the entire island looking for people.
Yeah, he bumps into her as she's dying.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
yeah. And I think that's who she fancied.
Yeah, well, it was nice. She went out nice, I
I
guess.
liked you. I liked
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I don't
You
really
love
fancy you
me.
though.
Yeah.
No,
Bye.
cheerio. You could have
Yeah.
lied. Yeah, I
Yeah.
fancy you too.
It
Screw it.
just kind of smacked of a middle-aged dude writing a teenage angst dialogue. Like the entire premise of the movie is great, but I would have liked. Obviously, there's 40 odd students in
You
it.
can't
You
get too much
can't.
depth into 40
No,
people.
no, but you then whittle it down to 10. I think it's at 10 for a long time. And so you do have a lot of characters in it there that obviously I'd rather a little bit more than just, I fancied her. Did she
I
fancy
do like the
him?
lighthouse scene where we're
The lighthouse sounds
six
good scene.
characters. That whittles it down nice and quick. And there is a little bit of backstory in some of the girls, but I like how quickly they're removed from the story.
Yeah, there's no sort of pandering to the masses and no lingering on emotional sort of attachments.
No,
It's like
no,
they're dead.
it's yeah. Oh, I poisoned you, and then shoot, 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 dead, 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 and she gets away, and then she jumps off the bloody lighthouse.
Yeah,
So nobody survives. Hooray!
no, no, but yeah, she was good actually.
She was
I
very good.
liked her. Uh, what about? Oh yeah, before we continue, Metascore is 81% from critics and 7.8 from the audience, which is a little bit lower. But yeah, so the way it sort of, as we just mentioned, the way it kicks off the thing, like Kitano, the sort of teacher that gets stabbed in the buttocks, it doesn't really give. I mean, we only get a little sense of normality with that. Well, school life, and then the basketball game, and then the bus journey. We get a very short snippet of what life is like before they get drugged and gassed up and wake
They
up on an
don't
island.
seem terrible kids. Like obviously, stabbing your teacher in the bum is bad, but the the scene with them on the bus, they all seem like, as I remember being a school kid, there's nothing horrible. They're eating cookies
Mm,
and getting knocked out by gas.
yeah,
Now I remember school trips.
yeah. Could have mentioned a sore bum there, but I just
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't like to talk about that one. That
no.
was a very different school trip.
Yeah. So there really is no. Well, yeah, yeah. Middle school kids can be a lot worse than that. So they didn't really come across as bad. But obviously they were picked in this random battle royale law that Japan has introduced because the kids are just going nuts and they're not. They need to be culled in an
Yeah,
entertaining way.
it's an interesting way of controlling your
Yeah.
populace.
But they're not
Because
even televised.
I was trying to figure that out.
They're
It doesn't
televised at
seem
the
like they're
end when they
televised.
win.
Yeah,
Like the girl at the start was clamoured over by
this is the
reporters.
difference between Katniss Everdeen and this movie. That
Yeah.
is televised.
Yeah, I think they oh yeah, they were gonna remake Battle Royale and then Hunger Games come out and the guy just went, nah.
There's
They're
no
just
room
gonna
for two of
yeah,
these.
they're just gonna think that it's
Yeah,
it's the entire
I'm glad
copycat.
they didn't. This is, in my opinion, a fantastic movie. It's one that sticks out in my mind. Something I remember well.
Yeah.
Um, to remake this and to make a sequel, it seems like a mistake.
Yeah, just leave it as it is. Uh, I'm guessing this was a big sort of inspiration for all the battle royale video games that came out soon after. I
Fortnite
think
and PUBG, yeah, I'd have to
PUBG,
assume it is. It feels like
H1Z1.
being dropped on an island
Yeah,
and having to fight to death until there's one person surviving. Yeah, it has to be a massive
yeah, and there's a
influence.
bus as well. In Fortnite, there's a
Yeah,
battle bus.
yeah.
So
So
yeah,
it's the game, only you're dressed as a banana in Fortnite.
yeah, or some sort of licensed movie tie-in,
Yeah.
Star Wars character. What do you think about the sort of setup of the rules? I like the television set with the squealy actress doing the
I love
rules.
that. I love
Yeah,
the gamification of it almost. It's so desensitized towards what is actually going to happen. It makes light of it, and I love that halfway through, or 3 or 4 times through the video, he pauses it and chucks a knife into somebody's head, and
yeah,
yeah, it's fantastic. And there's a juxtaposition of that light, airy, fluffy sort of feel about the instructional video and the death that happens after and during the video.
yeah. And it's good the way that he basically he just takes it personally because Nobu, who stabbed him in the buttocks, gets his collar exploded. And so it's,
Well, he had to demonstrate it, didn't he?
yeah, this is what happens when you're in that zone and you don't leave it. Boom.
To be honest, Nobu, you stab somebody in the bum for no particular reason. You kind of had it coming.
I know. I read about it. This didn't happen to me when I was teaching Japan, but I read
Your
because
head
I didn't.
exploded.
No, I didn't. I didn't work in a local school, but there was this weird story happening, and there was students who would put their fingers like that, like a gun, and then stick it up their teacher's butt through their trousers, obviously not
Not all the way up, like.
not all the way up. And I was like, I don't know if it's died out or if it's still being done, but I was reading
Wow.
some guy's blog. He was like an English language teacher, and this was happening constantly. And saying, "What the fuck?"
That's pretty messed up.
Yeah. So anyway, like this obviously is the school with Nobu. What's his name? Yeah, Nobu. I don't know why he had a knife and was stabbing. It was an accident, right? He didn't stab Kitano on purpose, did he?
I think he did. Like
But he was walking
it's a
past,
stabby
though.
knife for stabbing. I think he was thrown. He was
True.
thrown out of school because of this.
Don't know. He came back for the field trip.
That was a good idea. He
Well
actually
done.
came back because Noriko invited him back. Ah, come on, you have to go back for the field trip.
Yeah.
It'll,
Nariko fancied
show you.
Shuya,
Show you.
but
and-
Nobu fancied Nariko.
Confused. Teenagers.
Teenage fancy circles. Not even a love circle, just fancy circles. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah. Yeah. So they had the whole setup when they run out into the thing. When you watched it the first time, were you sort of, oh, this is obviously going to just continue it, killing and stuff. If I had left first, I would have just waited outside and hacked people to death as they came out.
Well, it depends on what you get. If you got a pot lid,
Yeah.
you're going to keep running.
Yeah.
I love the randomness of what they get in their packs. It's a fantastic thing. I love that the pot lid turned out to be not completely useless, which kind of reminds me of I've played PUBG and you can get a frying pan in that as one of the weapons.
Yes.
So I love that little thing about it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Noriko got binoculars, not completely
Binoculars.
useless.
yeah, I can't remember who got the. I think it's Hiroki who got the Finder scanner. Yeah,
That's the best thing to get, actually.
I wouldn't mind a gun,
Yeah,
Uzi, like Kuriyamu.
there's a few Uzis running around the place.
Yeah, he's just spraying like 5 million bullets.
I don't know how he carried that much ammunition. It
Yeah,
must have been a couple of thousand rounds fired.
Yeah. So I actually like the way when they first leave. I can't remember who comes out, but then a girl walks up to him with a bow through her neck, and that's just a great start. Going, oh,
Isn't it?
immediately happening. It's a chubby dude that does it.
It isn't a cold hard killer who does the killing in this. I love
No.
that it's a guy just freaking out.
Yeah,
I find that kind of real. because he
Yes.
takes the rules very serious because he just seen somebody's head explode.
Yeah.
So he's straight away killing. Not
For
a good
sure.
move. He should have ran away further and just picked people off, but
Well, he messes it up. Then he sort of has
falls
dialogue
down a
and
hill.
falls down a hill. Yeah, but he had a good start because he
Yeah, he
killed
was
somebody.
winning.
But
That's
yeah,
the best weapon. You can kill somebody quietly
yeah.
from a distance, but
I,
he's an idiot.
could we have done with more exposition of some characters before they headed off into the forests?
I like that there is no exposition in this case. I like that the exposition comes in callbacks and dream moments. I like
Yeah,
that it kind of starts off very light. They're just kids in a classroom, and we don't understand the motivation. I think perhaps from some of the main characters, more of that might have been very useful because at times I didn't know who I was looking at because there was just
yeah,
so many people flashing by the screen.
yeah, yeah.
So I find it hard at times to get connection with some of them because of that, I guess.
Yeah, because then at the start you have this counter, the body count that comes up, and it's like, boy, number 4, Hirigama's gone. It's like, I don't know him. we yeah, we see the deaths, but we really don't really care about them. When it gets down to 10, then see with even Mimura, the bomb maker, he's got 3 buddies with him, I think, or 2 buddies even with him.
Two buddies, yeah, they go
2
first.
buddies. Yeah, I don't really know them. They're sort of quirky and funny and all that sort of stuff. But when they get killed, it's like,
Yeah.
whatever. Even Mimura, the bomb maker, there's little cutscenes of him hacking, coding, blah 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 blah, and I don't really know anything about him.
Yeah,
I
like
like
this weird
I like it.
concept of hack from
Yeah,
far away into a system without any sort of
network.
connection. Yeah, it's impressive.
It's fine. It's a good little slow down arc in the middle of all the other arcs. I don't mind that.
It kind of, you know what it reminded me of is the Running Man with Arnie Schwarzenegger, where he had a nerdy friend who was going to hack the system and start a resistance type thing. Same thing, same stupidity about it, but it felt very much like that.
They're coming out with a Running Man in a couple of weeks' time. New version.
Abomination, I think it's what I'd like to call it. It doesn't
Who
need to be
knows?
made.
Who knows?
Is Arnie in it? No.
Next. So when the whole thing kicks off, then we also just get groups as we see the hacking group goes, and then we got the Lighthouse Girls, Lighthouse Family. Then
I like
but
there's an early group that gets taken out on the beach by our friend in black, the transfer student in black.
yes,
They're kicking the crap out of him until he turns the tables on them. They're idiots.
He
kills them all really quick.
Yeah, you should not have given him any second chance.
No, just shoot him.
Yeah, just get rid of him.
He's the scary guy. And in fact, the teacher at the very start says, by the way, if you haven't figured it out, those guys are dangerous.
Yeah, so kill him immediately. Now we also have just couples that unalive themselves.
Yeah. Oops, I said the word.
Jumping off cliffs,
hanging themselves. Yeah. To be honest, in that scenario, it's not the worst thing to do. Choice between dying horribly and killing people, and then dying together anyway, more than likely.
Yeah, I think when we see the hanging couple, that's when we get introduced to Mitsuko, who is this character that you remember. She's one of the main characters. She's got this
manipulative, and she's sneaky, and she doesn't care what she does to survive. It makes it very interesting.
Yeah, she's murderous and doesn't care.
Yes,
but yeah, we said that Chigusa's actor Chiaki could have played her with. She's got that face, but Mitsuko's one that comes throughout the plot. We don't really get to know about her till later on, about her abusive back story, but we know she's ready.
I love there's a scene where it's not a direct scene, it's sort of a background scene where they're talking about the people who are killed, and there's cameras all around the place, and the lads in the office looking on, talking about people getting killed, and one of them is just her with 2 bloodied naked bodies, and she's cleaning her little hand side.
Scythe.
It's fantastic. I love that just sneaks into the background there.
I don't think I can't remember seeing that one, but that's a good, nice little attention to detail.
Yeah, she's just off killing people, having fun.
Of course, yeah. So we talked a little bit about crazy killer dude with the Uzi. So his, as we said, his fellow blow-in student Kawada sort of befriends Shuya and Noriko at the start, where you think he's going to just blast them away with a shotgun, but he's a nice guy.
Seems like a nice guy. He doesn't go with them at the start, but they bump into each other again later.
Yeah.
His motivation and the motivation of the other transfer student kind of annoy me a little bit because his motivation is he was in a previous Hunger Games and his girlfriend kind of sacrifices herself ish. He wanted to understand her smile. That's his motivation. So I don't get that.
No, not really.
The
Revenge.
psychopath revenge would make sense if it was the same teacher at the end, but it's not.
It isn't?
No, he wasn't in that class.
Oh, does it? They change teachers for each class?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, the teachers teach different classes, like, you know. They couldn't have the same class every year, to
I just thought.
otherwise they wouldn't go to that school.
No, I just thought Kitano was hired by the government to do every class. Battle Royale.
Well, maybe. No,
That was just my stupid.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, I could be misinterpreting it, but
No, I need to read the manga background.
That might make more sense than the way I have it. I don't get the. Actually, I get the psychopathic guy's motivation quite well. He just
What is his
enjoys
motivation?
killing.
Okay, there is no. I didn't miss that. He doesn't have a backstory, right?
There's no backstory. He's just a scary dude who likes killing people and not aiming.
Not aiming. He's like, yeah, he belongs in the A team. Yeah, so we have those two characters, sort of good and evil, and constantly after them. He's always this constant menace in the chasing them. But
the clinic's a nice scene, actually, where they're inside the clinic to turn the lights out, but there's a guy outside wearing a bulletproof vest. He gets shot by the main bad guy, and he just lies on the ground, pretends to be dead, and he jumps up and goes, "Ha ha! You didn't get me, you prick!" Then he looks up. Oh, you've got a samurai sword. That's great.
Zatoich'd him.
He did.
Yeah. So that's it's a kind of funny part of it. Yeah, and as you mentioned, I think the lighthouse scene is very good with the poisoning and the girls just going all reservoir dogs on each other.
Yeah.
It was,
you did it. No, you did it. And meanwhile, the girl who did it in the back going, "Ooh,
yeah.
Oops."
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. And you kind of learn more about those characters in that instant than a lot of the other characters in longer times on the screen. Yeah. Like Mimura and his buddies, don't really know about them, but one scene with these girls in the kitchen is sort of, yeah, it's good.
It says a lot, that scene.
Yeah.
It really does.
Well, one of them obviously fancies Shuya, and then, oh, you're lucky to have him. He's in the lighthouse. Whee!
Yeah, and there's a girl there wanting to poison him because she's seen him killing Okay wasn't okay after meeting up with Shoya, but
it was an accident.
It was an accident. She doesn't believe it because she sees it and she intends to poison him. Fortunately, when she puts poison in a plate of food, another girl runs in and goes, "Oh, I'm starving. Nom, 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 nom." Blood. And all fun and games after that for those girls.
Yeah, don't last too much longer. So pretty much in the culmination of the movie, we have Kawada and Noriko. They're together. They've split up from Shuya, and they said, "Oh, we'll meet in this place. I know a way out."
The temple.
And so they have sort of a way out. But we kind of, as a viewer, we kind of don't know what the way out is, and we're led to believe, oh, it's over.
I do like that there's a scene where Noriko runs off to meet Shoya on his way back.
True.
She runs into what's her name again? Mitsuko.
Yeah.
And she's about to get killed, but then she gets scared of something, And Noriko turns around, and it's Mr. Teacher.
Kitano, yeah.
Kitano. It's a great little scene. I love how weird he is in this.
He is weird.
He's fantastically weird. He's a bit creepy as well. He turns up with his see-through plastic umbrella, holds it over while Shoyu lies on the ground. And he said, I'm glad you guys are together, or something like that, and then walks off. It's just weird.
Yeah, he's got a thing for Noriko.
Yeah, hates everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, he puts her in the middle of the painting at the end. It's like...
Yeah, that's supremely creepy.
Yeah, he's a little bit...
messed up.
Of a creeper. Yeah. I can't remember how Mitsuko dies. I'm trying to remember. I was just thinking, she came along and she runs away.
Yeah.
And then she comes along and kills the girl who kills Hiroki.
Yes.
And then there's so much bloody killing, and I'm trying to remember. Because then we have a standoff between Kawada and Kiriyama.
His eyes are blown out.
His eyes are blown out by the explosion of the truck from the Mimura's bomb maker gang.
Yeah.
Let me just type it in here.
I can't remember. I'm assuming she's taken out by the last three people standing, because that's all there is.
She just gets killed by Kawada, the mental guy. No, by the good guy.
Kawada.
Yeah.
That would make sense. She would be tough to kill.
I think she just goes out quite quickly. I think.
This is a shame.
Which is interesting because it's totally in contrast to her
abilities and her sneakiness,
her background. Yeah. So we sort of get the climax where we see sort of they're at the shore and Kitano. What the hell happens?
So at the shore, and there's three of them left, and then there's the double cross happens, where the Kawada, isn't it? Yeah, Kawada turns to do. By the way, I only kept you alive because I wanted to kill you so I could survive the end. And
then it cuts
gone twice
to Kitano.
What's important is that the resistance nerds from earlier had figured out that they were tracking not their pulses or whatever, but they were listening to them. So they figured out how to deactivate the necklaces, and they figured out that they're all listening. So he shoots twice. They obviously disconnect their necklace at that point.
Yeah, so they did, but how do they know? How do they know, though? How do they
Well, they were at the resistance place, and the building still there. So my guess, and it's a massive jump, is that they went into the building to look for stuff and they found his notes.
Or in between his Battle Royales, Kawada knew it all along. He didn't
Quite
need
possibly,
the nerds.
And the teacher kind of implies that as well.
Yeah.
So that's probably true.
I don't think we found out any sort of connection between the bomb dudes and them figuring out.
They were loosely connected to Shoya, but they only talked to him for a few seconds.
Yeah.
So that's probably it. It's probably... Listen, it could even be a plot hole.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's many plot holes if you looked into it more. But yeah, it's fine. I kind of like the way it's formulated near the end. But I kind of... It's weird because Kitano, they sense deaths that happen on their little monitoring system, whatever, whether it's the microphone or just the little fucking red thingy comes onto their collars when they die. Red light.
Sure.
But he's like going, all right, no need to prove it. Let's all go home.
I
pack up.
Here's me suspecting that he thinks that his favorite character, Noriko, is still alive and he doesn't want the soldiers pointing out that she's still kicking and we have to go and kill her.
I see. That's
my guess. Because he's very quick to go, yeah, we're done. We're done here.
Piss off.
You're all fired.
Yeah. But then we obviously have the when they all come into the classroom, or the whole movie, the whole sort of exercise starts off in the classroom. And Noriko can't kill him, so Shuya does. Spoilers.
Yeah, but
isn't it weird?
It's very falling down how he's forces the good guy to kill him.
Oh right,
He
yeah.
pulls out his water pistol, squirts Shoya with the gun, but he freaks out and shoots him several
Yeah.
times.
Isn't it bloody just strange when this phone rings and he
I
just gets up
love that.
immediately?
It's ridiculous and it's nuts.
I was like, the first time I watched it, I was like, oh my god, the entire thing was fake.
No, he's still bleeding. He's like, oh yeah, no, I won't be coming home. Yeah, whatever. Bye bye. Shoots his phone. Oh, biscuit.
The biscuits were a
Some
arc throughout
cookies.
the movie.
Yeah. I love how it bookends the movie. I love his pathetic life ending that way. And he seemed, when he keels over, he seems like he's like, yeah, I want to be out anyway.
Yeah, that's too
And I
much.
suspect that he wanted to hang around and get killed.
Yeah, because he had the water gun and everything.
Yeah, so he was checking out anyway.
And he wanted to see Noriko and to show his painting.
It's my painting I did of you. All your friends are dead, and you're in the middle.
You're in the middle. I love you.
Love you. By the way, I'm dead.
Yeah. But she had a dream about him, which is weird because maybe he made some advances to her during, although she doesn't have any sort of mean
I don't
bone in
think
her
there
body
was
towards him.
any
No.
sexual advances. I think,
No.
as she says when she wakes up from the dream, is he's just lonely. I think that's
think
true of his character. So I think that's why his character is kind of sad and pathetic.
I think I think she was nice to him when he was a teacher.
She felt sorry for him.
Yeah. So they hop on a boat and Kawado doesn't make it. The end.
Yeah, now I remember, or now I know why my girlfriend smiled at the end. Really?
Why? What? Which really?
Really? Because she was bleeding.
Yeah,
bleeding
it was
to death. Is that it?
It was just a facial muscle reaction to the impending doom of eternal damnation.
Arigato.
Arigato. Hi. Yeah, it's not a very, like, obviously when characters die, there's a lot of characters died through the movie, so you don't really feel emotional or anything. It's purely a dramatic thriller, and there's no real emotional background to everything.
Connection.
Obviously, I think the most connection you feel towards is Mitsuko when you find out she was abused by her family or by adults, and so you kind of really connect with her, going, "Yeah, you should kill everybody, and you shouldn't feel bad about it. You're a survivor."
Listen, you're in that position, you don't want to be dead. I don't really blame anybody for killing to survive. Especially her. Now, the fact that she takes pleasure in it is kind of a problem.
Well, you
gotta love what you do, you know?
Her moral compass is broken.
Yeah.
We do get a lot of epilogues where they're in the city and they grab the butterfly knife that Nobu stabbed his buttocks of Kitano.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
We get the basketball replay. We get the replay of other things we saw little bits of before during the movie. I don't know. I think this is part of the special edition or something. I don't know if you watched that. If you have that version.
The DVD version I have is a special edition.
Right.
Kind of unnecessary, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the boat scene would have been fair enough place to leave it.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe the wanted poster. See that once you're done. That happy days.
Yeah, wanted for Maeda.
Yeah. Finn, and it's good. Listen, I really enjoyed this one. I still enjoy this movie. I was wondering if I'd still like it after a few years. Yeah.
I can't remember. I think I watched it on Channel 4 one time when I was a teenager. It's the perfect channel for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's right up there. The weird sort of violent stuff. Yeah. Channel 4.
Yeah. So, like, plot and storyline marks, if you kind of look into the themes or whatever of it, obviously under extreme pressure and the imminent sort of shadow of death and destruction, do friendships and love go out the window? They do for some, but they don't for others, and maybe that's something we need to take away with us.
Well, what I would say about that as a plot device or a plot object in this movie is if this movie had been made a few years later after the Everdeens and the Hunger Games and all that jazz, it would be less unique, be less interesting.
Mm.
But considering this was ahead of those other movies, it's very interesting because of that. I like how it explores the humanity of people and what point do we turn around and kill our friends type thing.
Yeah. And I wonder when the book was written actually,
It
and
was a
wonder how.
year before this came out, apparently.
Really?
Yeah,
Jesus, that's not very long for production of a movie to happen. I read that they sort of gave 800 actors a chance to be part of it, and they whittled it down to 40.
they made them fight for it.
Yeah, on an island.
Wow.
Yeah,
And the prize for that was to be last 40 and then had to fight some more.
exactly. It was an entirely. They should have made a movie before the movie.
Awesome. Yeah, this is as a teenager, I would have loved being part of a movie like this.
Yeah, it would have been fun. I think they had a bit. From what I read, I did a lot of fun making it. I think one of the actors had a punk rock band, and they played music, and everybody had a fun time. And then they pretended to kill each other. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really do a lot of research, but I'm going to give this plot storyline a good mark because I think it's innovative for the time.
Yeah.
I still think it's innovative. I think it, I'm sure there's lots of copycats that happened after the Hunger Games. But this one's a good bloody take on it. I'm not the biggest fan of the reasoning and the teenage dialogue regarding crushes and fancies and stuff like that. I'm not going to push it to 4. I'll give it 3.75.
I'm going to give the plot 3.5. Mostly for the same reasons as you. Kind of because I'm a grumpy old man and I can't associate all that well with teenage crushes anymore. It's not a very complex plot, but it's a very interesting take on human friendships as well, though. So I like how it explores the concept of losing your humanity based on survival scenarios. So I like that. 3.5 is enough.
Acting is, I think it's over the top sometimes. There's a lot of yelling and screaming, which is fine, which is obviously applicable for the moments that they're in.
Yeah.
Mitsuko is good. Chigusa is good for the time she's in it. Shuya and Noriko being the two main protagonists are pretty decent. I think Kitano is very good.
I like him in this.
It's not crazy, amazing, Oscar-worthy material, but I'll give it 3.5.
I'll join you on that one. I love Kitano in this. I love his understated outbursts. He's nice and calm and level. He jumps and he drops back down again. I love that. I love how that's done. Everything else is par for the course. So it's good. Yeah. It's a good set of acting from some young actors.
There's a lot of actors who need to make use of their sort of silent acting work, like Chigusa.
She's fantastic in the brief scene she's in.
Yeah, and the Mitsuko as well. They sort of have this evil, complex look to their face. But yes, I really would like a little bit more of Chigusa in the movie, but fine. Soundtrack and sound design, sound brackets track. We've got some classical music throughout.
Strauss and Bach and all the lads.
Yeah. Obviously, silence as well makes a big big role in the movie as well. The sound music itself is standard fare, but I think altogether, it's working. I'll give it 3.25.
I'm going to give it 3 because there's very little original about it, and I do agree with what you're saying about the silence and the use of classical music. Possibly could have been better.
Yeah.
Maybe different points in the movie would have warranted usage of that. Maybe juxtapose some sort of soundtrack over some stabby moments. Yeah, it's not bad. It's good. It's really good. But I'll stick with 3.
Yeah. And production, finally. I'll probably go back up to 3.75 to bookend my rating. I think the cinematography is great. There's a little handheld sort of style to it. I think, obviously, I know this is a major part of the story, but having teenagers going around in school uniforms killing each other is quite innovative and fun.
Yes, it feels very Japanese because of that.
Yes. Yes.
I think that the stylized approach to everything, the stylized violence in this is fantastic. Very, very live action manga, which I love a bit of manga. I think this does it perfectly. So yeah, production's my favorite part of this. I'm going to go 4.25. I adore it.
Yes, I could have put it up to 4, but yeah, I just stopped myself. I noticed a couple of times, especially when the two students are going to unalive themselves on the cliff, that it's meant to be nighttime, but you can totally tell it's a filter on a daytime shot.
I thought it was a daytime shot. I just assumed that was daytime.
No, it's nighttime.
Okay. Production's back down to 1. Sorry.
Yeah. It's just that it's something I notice constantly, and I've never produced and directed a movie before in my life, but you can just tell when everything's just blue. It's like, and you can see the range of grass colors still existing. It's like, this is daytime. You can pull the wool over my eyes, motherfuckers. Chuck Bowen in Slant Magazine gave a 38. He didn't like it. He said, maybe Battle Royale's ultimate punchline in its inexplicable ability to fool some people into taking it seriously.
Oh, what an asshole. He's insulting those of us that liked it.
Yeah. Roger Ebert didn't do it. There's not actually a lot of reviews on Metacritic for this, but Eric Hines in The Village Voice gave it 90. Fukasaku's genius is finding the overlap between teenage dreams and nightmares, between the intensity of first love and the terror of extinction.
Jesus.
A.O. Scott in the New York Times gave it 90. They said, American fans of the Hunger Games may not embrace or even be permitted to see Battle Royale, which is too bad. It is in many ways a better movie, and in any case, a fascinating companion drawn from a parallel cultural universe. It is a lot uglier and also perversely a lot more fun.
Fully agree with that one. That's a very good.
I volunteer as tribute. Yeah. Nah, I think Battle Royale is a lot cooler than...
Oh, it's way cooler. It's way more stylized. While that is an interesting story in of itself, this is cooler, if you will.
Yeah.
Way cooler.
All right, well, let's crossbow this episode in the chest and knock it off the kill counter.
Absolutely.
If you have not liked us and commented on any of our podcasts on the platform you're listening to us on, please do so. It would help out a great deal. We will see you in the next episode, which will be episode 133 for It Was a Movie. Bye-bye.
Cheerio.